The beam of Lee's flashlight cut through the dim blue-green waters like a sword. At 70 feet below the surface of Lake Superior, daylight is at only 20%. Tim drifted beside him, checking the guideline that stretched from their anchor to the wreck below. The steel hull of the Emperor loomed out of the darkness. The freighter sank at the northeast end of Isle Royale in 1947, taking 12 crew members down with her. Now it rested in perfect silence. No waves, no fish. Just endless cold water. Lee flashed the OK sign. Tim answered with a thumbs up. Their dive computers read 42 degrees. Even inside dry suits, the cold seemed to seep into their bones. They had 25 minutes before they had to begin their ascent. The wreck looked untouched. The wheelhouse windows stared like empty eye sockets. A rested lifeboat davit reached upwards, frozen forever in its last desperate motion. Lee loved shipwreck diving. Every wreck felt like swimming into history. Then he noticed something strange. Fresh scratches. No corrosion. Deep gouges running the length of the steel hull. 5 parallel lines. Each groove was wider than his hand. Tim noticed them too. He shrugged. Maybe anchor chains? But Lee wasn't convinced. The scratches continued around the bow. Something enormous had clawed steel. They rounded the front of the ship. Tim stopped so suddenly he almost dropped his flashlight. Lee looked where Tim was pointing. The anchor. It was lying on the lake bottom. It had been twisted into a knot. The thick iron shank looked like someone had grabbed it with giant hands and squeezed it until it bent. Lee felt the first flicker of fear. Nothing underwater to do that. A low vibration passed through the water. Not a sound, a feeling, like distant thunder pressing against its chest. Their bubbles suddenly drifted sideways. The current had changed. Tim pointed upward. They should leave. Lee nodded. Then everything went dark. Not their dive lights, everything around them. The water itself seemed to swallow light. Their beams now reached only a few feet before disappearing into impossible darkness. Something moved, huge, not swimming, circling. The darkness itself shifted. Lee turned slowly. His flashlight caught scales as large as dinner plates. A massive tail slid silently past, then vanished. Tim's breathing became rapid, too rapid. His regulator roared with every frightened inhale. The vibration came again, closer. This time, the lake floor trembled. Sediment exploded upward. Visibility dropped to almost nothing. These swept his light through the cloud. 2 enormous yellow eyes open. They weren't reflecting light, they were glowing. The creature emerged without making a ripple. Its head resembled a mountain lion's. Its body stretched like a serpent. Black antlers curled backwards from its skull. Long whiskers drifted through the water. Its paws ended in claws, longer than diving knives. Mishipshu, the underwater panther, guardian of Lake Superior, an Ojibwe legend. Legends weren't supposed to breathe. The creature circled them once, slowly, Its eyes never blinked. Tim grabbed Lee's arm. His air gauge, 900%. He'd been panic breathing. Lee still had 1,500. Enough if they stayed calm, not enough if they panicked. The panther opened its mouth, rows of curved teeth. No roar, only silence. Then the creature looked towards the wreck. The panther drifted closer, 30 feet, 20 feet. The vibration returned. The wreck groaned. Steel began twisting. The deck buckled beneath them. Doors slammed by themselves. The entire ship seemed to wake. The creature lunged, not towards them, towards the shipwreck. The darkness lifted. Visibility returned. The current stopped. The wreck became still again. Lee didn't wait. He grabbed Tim's arm. Up, now. They kicked hard towards the ascent line. Neither dared look down. Tim finally couldn't resist. He shined his light beneath them. The underwater panther remained on the wreck, watching. Its glowing eyes followed them upwards, but it did not pursue. At 20 feet, they made their safety stop. 3 minutes. It felt like 3 hours. Every shadow looked alive. Every bubble sounded raw. Tim refused to look down again. Lee couldn't stop looking. The darkness below remained empty. Until the final 30 seconds. 2 yellow eyes appeared directly beneath them, perfectly still. The moment their computers cleared them, both divers exploded onto the surface. The boat captain hauled them aboard. "What happened?" he shouted. "You two look like you've seen a ghost." Neither answered. They simply stared back towards the water. The lake was perfectly calm. From beneath the boat came a low, heavy thump. The hull shuddered. The captain leaned over the side. "I don't see." He stopped speaking. His face drained of all color. Very quietly, without taking his eyes off the water, he whispered, "It followed you."